Oh, hello there. It's Daniel and Gav from IGN, and we've just had a look at Uncharted 4 multiplayer. What do you think, Kroops?
Yeah, I just played Uncharted 4 for the first time and played multiplayer. Now, we saw the trailer during the press conference.
Mental.
And it looked crazy, so it was just like one camera shot tracking all these like iconic characters and just everything blowing up and magic and ghosts and things are on fire and people are teleporting, and he just thought, oh, that does not look like Uncharted. But when I played it and kind of processed it, obviously a match doesn't kind of play like that, and I felt like an entire Uncharted game compressed into 3 minutes. So, the supernatural is always a big part of an Uncharted game, but late on. And that becomes like one of your more powerful weapons within a multiplayer match. But it's not like everything's kicking off all the time.
See, that's the thing. When I first saw that trailer, I looked at it, because I think this, for me, as an Uncharted fan, the supernatural stuff is my least favorite part of those games. But actually, it's a multiplayer part of the game, so it's just like, the actual combat, running around with a gun in Uncharted can be quite boring sometimes. If you introduce these like cool little elements that are only available in multiplayer and not going on to the single player thing, he's not going to be chucking amulets around and like drawing in like mystical things in the single player campaign. But why not do it in multiplayer, I suppose?
Yeah, I think they're just kind of having fun with their own elements, because obviously this does not take place in any recognizable continuity. You've got Lazarevich, and it's quite cool. Like, all these characters have bespoke dialogue. If they die, they act in the right way that's like in keeping with that character. Obviously, that character is a big thing for Uncharted, so that's why I think it's like concentrated Uncharted. The other element is, rarely is Nathan Drake on his own in his adventures. He's always with Sully or Chloe. They're helping him out. And in multiplayer, they've introduced a thing called sidekicks. So you press the touchpad, the money you earn in a match you can spend on a sidekick. So I had one in a match called a Hunter. You buy him, he drops in, and the first thing he does in a map is he goes looking for the enemy. He grabs an enemy, holds them hostage. You can do one of three things. Either the enemy will escape, secondly, one of their allies will help them get free, or you can go meet your hunter and just execute them. So you've got all these like helpers. You've got like a savior who's like a super medic, a sniper, and a brute who's got a big kind of Gatling gun. So it's trying to introduce that element of like you're fighting, but you're never quite alone.
Well, here's the thing then. Here's the thing. How much did you play of the Uncharted 3 multiplayer?
Very little.
Same here. Do you think the stuff they've introduced and the new stuff, as an Uncharted fan, as someone, when you're done with single player, are you then gonna jump into multiplayer, do you think?
Yeah, because I think this feels sufficiently different. It's like when they started introducing more mystical elements to Far Cry 4 multiplayer. It's kind of more of an incentive because it's more distinct. Because Uncharted is kind of the opposite of something like COD, where loads of people just buy COD for the multiplayer, never touch the story. Everyone's buying Uncharted for the story. So I feel like multiplayer needs to do something more distinctive, more eye-catching for anyone to really care.
And I think it totally has done that. But what do you think? Let us know. And for everything else Uncharted, keep it right here on IGN.